All right, it is a Thursday morning. You know what that song means? That means it's time to talk Cleveland Guardians baseball. And of course, with us this morning, we have Bobby DiBiasio from the Guardians. I'm gonna say the Gardenings. that tells you how it's so busy. And I told you I needed a nap, right?
Well, we are trying to grow something here, a winning team, right?
There you go. See there? I might have caught on to something. Very good.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
save. Nice save. All right. So let's talk. I don't know. Let's talk Tyler Freeman first. Let's give me a little information on Tyler.
Well, he's a young man. I think a lot of our fans, certainly the diehard fans, have known for a long time. A high draft pick, somebody that we've been talking about, a highly rated prospect throughout all of Major League Baseball, and unfortunately, that happens to a number of athletes. Their body just doesn't allow them to progress in the time frame they want. They get an injury here and there, and he had a shoulder injury that took him off track, but he's healthy, and 12th young man to make his major league debut for us this season. And one of the things I find it so cool that Tito and Chris Antonetti, Mike Chernoff do is we try to inform a young man that he's getting called up to the big leagues in time for him to call his mom and dad to see if they can get to wherever we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened that, his parents were able, they're California people, so they had to get on a red eye and make it to a day game. But they had a whole crew of high school buddies, his high school coach. He was drafted out of high school. Mom and dad and family were all there to see him get his first big league hit as he was in the starting lineup yesterday. Talented young man, really a terrific young kid. It's going to be interesting to see, how he grows and develops over time here.
Yeah, you just gave me chills with that story. I love it. That's the way it should be. So, and that kind of leads me back to, the trade deadline, and Guardians pretty quiet, sticking with the young guys. That's kind of where they're focusing.
Yes, exactly. Our philosophy this year and even last year was we spent a lot of time over the last couple of years acquiring and drafting talented young men that we believe in, and it's time for us to find out which ones are keepers, the phrase that Tito's using, which ones are keepers, which ones are, going to give us a major league impact to be a part of a winning culture at the Cleveland Guardians. And I can tell you that when I saw on Twitter a number of items, and I shouldn't do this, but I saw on Twitter a certain items that indicated that, boy, I'll bet all the players in that clubhouse are incredibly disappointed that the front office didn't do anything to help their chances to win the division. And I think it's exactly the opposite. I think that clubhouse didn't want any disruption. They didn't want anybody leaving. They don't think they need anybody coming to this franchise right now, that they've created an identity and a team spirit from day one of spring training, and they want to see this thing through themselves. So I totally disagree with the thought process that the guys in that clubhouse are disappointed. I think they might have been very disappointed if a key piece of our baseball team might have been traded away. So we believe in these kids. We need to find out a lot about these kids, and we'll find out a lot more over the next 2 months when they're fighting for a spot in October. And what a great bit of experience these kids are going to go through. And it starts tonight. They get to face Justin Verlander of the Houston Astros. Zach Plesac against Verlander, 4-game series against one of the best teams in baseball. So it's going to be fun at the Progressive Field over the next 4 nights.
Yeah, that's exciting. And I'm glad you mentioned that about, that thought process too, because how many clubs are out there that have to do a similar thing, find out what their youth have, but they're not doing it in a pennant race,
right? Exactly. And there's no better opportunity for our guys to learn about themselves, obviously, how they handle that kind of pressure. what we learn about them and their routines and how they go about attacking it. It's good for everybody. And instead of, throwing young people out there and losing 100 games.
Yeah, right.
What are you learning? What's the winning edge? What these kids need to understand about sleep and nutrition and focus and discipline, because you're expected to win. And it's just a good time for us and these young kids. I know they're up for the challenge.
All right. So folks can still get tickets, right, to the homestand here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. CleeGuardians.com's place to go. If you need socks, Pam? We got socks for you tomorrow night, courtesy of Guardian Socks giveaway tomorrow is part of our Friday night with Sugardale Dollar Dogs and fireworks, $2 pregame party in the district, courtesy of Miller Lite. But Minutemen staffing is sponsoring Guardian Socks giveaway tomorrow. And then Saturday, Miles Straw jersey giveaway courtesy of Medical Mutual, another pregame party, fireworks afterwards, and Sunday is always Kids Fun Day, courtesy of Cleveland Clinic Children. So lots going on, and then our guys actually get a day off on Monday.
What?
We will have played 18 games in 17 days since the All-Star break, so a much-needed day off. Our manager, for 23 years, I think it's been, maybe 32. I might have but over in Tito's hometown, there's a golf tournament now, the Tito Francona Memorial Golf Tournament. It's for the Heritage Valley Health Systems, where Tito and his wife, who passed away, Terry's mom, passed away of cancer a number of years ago. They decided to do a charity golf outing to help that little hospital in that area. And so Terry and a couple coaches, myself, we're all going over to play Old Stonewall in Western PA. So we're looking forward to that. And then Tito will jump on a little puddle jumper and head to Detroit so that we can begin a road trip that takes us to Detroit and Seattle. So,
all right. Well, hit them straight, mister. Hit them straight.
Detroit and Toronto. Sorry, we're not going to Seattle. We're going to Toronto. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're ready. And go hit them straight on the golf course. And folks are heading out of town maybe to not partake in enshrinement activities down here. They want to get away to get up to the ball game. Good time to do it. And we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, Pam. Take care. Go Guardians.
At Hosner Carpet One, save big and get interest-free 18 months financing on carpet, hardwood, luxury.